Hi, good morning. This is Arfeen Usmani. I'll just give a brief introduction about myself. I'm a member of ACCA and I've been working for 5 years. And I'm going to be your APM teacher. So it would be a so I would love if you would give your brief introduction as well.
Okay, I'll start. I'm Usmani. I'm a chartered accountant and company secretary by profession, and I've been working as a financial analyst for 2-3 years right now. So yeah, I wanted to do ACCA, so now I've just joined it.
I'm sorry, I'll just take 2 minutes. Like I think some distortion is there in the voice.
So,
Okay. So can you please speak again because I wasn't able to hear you.
yeah, are you asking me to repeat?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am Usmani. I'm chartered accountant and company secretary by profession,
Okay.
and I have been working for last almost 3 years
Okay.
as a financial analyst. And yeah, it's the introduction. I wanted to do ACCA now. So I'm
Okay.
currently pursuing
So
for
have
that.
you attended any exam earlier, like SBI? SBI?
No, it's the first paper
Okay.
that
It's
I'll
your
be
first
giving
paper.
for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long break that I've started with the studies, and being performance management related to costing is my favorite. So I
Okay.
started with that.
Okay. No. You will be able to do it. I'll guide you. And what about Ajay?
Hi everyone, I am Ajay Agrawal. I am also a chartered accountant, company secretary, and CISA by qualification.
Great.
I have 20 years of experience and I'm working as a vice president in MNC.
Okay. Very well. So I'll be guiding you through the subject, like what APM is. So basically, if you're a chartered accountant, so you might be appearing like you need to appear for the professional exams only. So you might have studied the costing and all. So performance management is basically that only. So while attempting APM, you need to basically step up from like PM to and think like a business consultant while attempting this subject. So basic gist which you need to have is you need to think and read and write like a consultant while attending the APM exam. What is basic in this thing? And I'll guide you through the subject once. So uh, I just want to know whether you have the student login of ACCA.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
might be having the CBE platform as well while going through that portal.
Which platform?
Yeah, CBE platform. That is the practice questions platform because as I am the member now, so I don't have that access. So like for the guidance purpose, I'll be needing today and then VG will manage later on. So for today, I'll be needing that. If you could share your screen.
ma'am, can you guide us how to be there, how to go there?
Yeah, sure. For that, you need to do the ACC login. Go to your portal. Any of you could share your screen, it will be better. because then I'll give you a brief like how to the exams will be, as it's your first exam.
Sure, ma'am. I have logged in through mobile. Give me a minute.
Yeah. You just need to see this right now. Later on, when I'll give you the exam pattern and all, then that day might be needing. So I just wanted to confirm it earlier.
Okay, I can do it. My screen. Can I share?
Yeah, sure.
I guess you need to accept the request.
Yeah, I have accepted that.
Okay. Can you see?
Yeah.
Can you guide where to go?
So then in the main dashboard, you have to come. Then below, scroll down, please.
Okay.
And then in the view transactions or view progress, I think so. View progress, sorry. Yeah.
Is it down?
No. In the below ACCA student, you have to see view progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then please scroll down. That CBE platform is coming.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the basic platform. Like you're going to attempt your exam in this manner only. So you'll get the practice, like how to, you'll get the command over the like writing of answers, like how to proceed. While if you're attempting it from the first time during the exam, then it will going to face problem. So we're going to practice in this
Okay.
later on after completing the course, then we're going to practice on this. Yeah.
Okay, over here we have to select the subject and then we have to
Yeah,
select.
yeah. In that, you need to select the subject, advanced performance management. Please scroll up.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, scroll up because APM is on like the second or third line item. Yeah. In the
Okay.
plus, please click
This
the
one.
plus sign.
Yeah.
Yeah. In these, you're going to get the resources. Please click the on the plus sign on the resources side. Yeah.
Okay.
Past exam library. So you're going to get these exams. So, for example, you click assign on the December 22 one.
This one? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then scroll down in the page. You're going
Okay.
to see this paper. Okay, then click on this.
Okay.
Then start.
Okay.
Yeah. So like this interface you're going to get while attempting your exam. Okay.
Got
So
it.
you can proceed if you want to. If you want me to guide you right now, I'll guide you
Mm-hmm.
right now, or I'll give you a brief about the subject, and later on I'll get into this.
Yeah, like maybe after subject we can have this.
Yeah.
Possible.
I'll guide you afterwards after you get the brief about the subject. Then
Okay.
yeah, I just wanted to know whether it is possible or not, whether you're having the login.
Okay. How can we like close? Should I directly close this?
Yeah, you can close. Again, when you're going to start now, it will start from here only. So
Okay.
this sort of a practice
Oh,
exam, so you can have a command over it.
okay. Got it.
Several papers, past papers are there, so it
Mm-hmm.
will help you, and I will make sure that we're going to complete all of them. So
Mm-hmm.
it will benefit you while attempting the exam.
So does these papers are like topic wise or the whole paper that comes for the exam?
I beg your pardon, please.
So like we are supposed to study on a topic to topic basis, right? So we are gonna
Yeah, we are
solve
going to
these
study
papers
topic
on
to
a
topic.
topic basis wise or what? We are gonna solve the whole
No,
paper
we're going
once
to
all the
get the
subject is.
combined, like several topics. It's
Okay.
basically ACC is what, like, especially at professional level, they're
Mm-hmm.
basically case study based
Yeah.
questions they provide.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to have the practical insight of everything. Since you both are working, so you have that edge. So it
Yes.
will benefit you a lot.
Okay. So while
So
completing
conceptually,
further
I will
subject.
clear you. And while attempting the questions, you're going to understand like how we're going to do like one question we're going to attempt. So afterwards, you'll get to understand like how to proceed with the answers.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So I'll guide you. I'm just sharing my screen. Are you able to review it?
Yes.
Okay. So this APM is all about it requires to apply your relevant knowledge and skills and to exercise professional judgment in selecting and applying strategic management accounting techniques in different contexts. So basically the syllabus is broadly classified into 5 headings, that is strategic planning and control, impact of risk and uncertainty on organizational performance, performance management information system and developments in technology, strategic performance measurement, performance evaluation, and corporate failure. So what I have done is like while classifying the different 5 basic parts of the syllabus, I have mentioned the different chapters, like which chapter falls under which heading. Because while attempting like the questions in the exam, like section A and section B, I'll guide you like on which broad classifications these focus on, the section A part and section B part. So for your reference, I have drafted in this way. So it will benefit you. Okay. I'll show you the book first. You all have received the APM book, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the chapters. Basically, 16 chapters are there, and accordingly, questions and answers to it also provided chapter wise in this book, which is being provided by VG. So we're going to do chapter wise and solve each question accordingly. Any questions related to it?
No, good.
No.
This is the syllabus and guide of APM, which I have downloaded from the ACC site, because in ACC, are you aware about the resources from where you can get the site?
So your voice is breaking. Can you repeat?
I'm saying that in ACC, like we have this site, ACC official site from where we can get the resources.
Is it the same one which you just showed?
No, no, no. Simply you're going to type.
Now we can see your screen.
Is it visible
Yeah, it's
now?
actually lagged for me for on professional skills itself.
Yeah, sorry.
It is for now showing me the professional skills page if you're reflecting that.
No, no, no. I've switched on to different page. I think so some network issue is there. So is now APM visible?
No, not yet.
Not for me. Can you share the link of that ACC on the chat itself then?
Is it visible now?
No, ma'am.
It's not visible. Okay.
It is on the
Uh,
PPT only.
yeah, maybe you can maybe reshare it. Maybe then it will help.
I think there's some problems with Zoom. I'm just resharing it. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Yes, now we can see.
Okay, very well. So what I had done is I've just simply typed on the Google APM ACCA resources. So I have got into the okay. So here you will get an idea about the subject, what APM is all about. I'll just guide you right now, but you'll get an overview over here. Is it visible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can see that.
These are the professional skills, compass planning tool, exam team guidance. This is very important, I would say. Before attempting your exam, you should read this. Then you'll get the idea like what examiner demands from you while drafting your answer. So this is very important, and we're going to do this after completing the syllabus. And the modules are there, and then the ACCA study hub, learning revision. So ACCA examiner reports is also very important. Past exam and question practice that I have shown you right now. The technical articles is also important. They update regularly. That is also important because based upon the recent articles also sometimes questions come. And exam techniques. So ACCA itself provides a lot of information. So we're going to do from here also. And
What
now
exactly is there in the examiner's report?
examiner reports, they basically provide, I'll just show you. Provide you the marking techniques, like how it is all about. For example, this question paper of March and June 24th. So what actually student has written and what they required to that this answer they wanted from the student. So they provide that guidance. See,
Okay.
so in this report, examining team, we provide constructive guidance on how to answer the questions while sharing the observation from the marking process, highlighting the strength and weakness of candidates who attempted these questions. So it is very essential to go over these points. Then you'll get the idea like what is the frame of mind of an examiner while marking. So it will help you in writing or drafting your answers.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. My screen is still visible now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are basically two sections, section A and section B, which you could see.
Ma'am, we
So
could
section
see
A,
the
it comes.
examiner report right now. Is that the page you are in?
No, I have changed the page.
So again, it is not coming up.
I don't know what is happening with this. Okay, I'll just share it once again. Okay. 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 So these two sections are there. Hopefully it's visible now.
Yeah, we can see.
Section A and Section B are there. Section A is of 50 marks and Section B is of 50 marks, which comprises of two questions like Section B. And what I am going to tell you is in APM, like 20 marks are allotted for your professional skills. The 80 marks is for technical marks and 20 marks is just professional skills. In first section, Section A, your professional marks will be like 10 marks, and in Section B, 25 marks, two questions are there. So 5 marks each will be for professional marks. Like how you deliver your answers and how you're using your professional skills while drafting your answer. They basically test your like how do you apply that knowledge. So section A is basically compulsory scenario-based questions totaling 50 marks, but it typically comprises 4 or 5 requirements relating to the same scenario information. The key context and will include organization, mission, and strategic objective. You need to assess the methods by which organization is controlling, managing, and measuring performance. This assessment could include an evaluation of organization performance report, information system, new strategies or projects, performance management, and measurement system. You could also be required to undertake calculations, draw comparisons, and against relevant information because they provide the spreadsheet on all. So I'll just guide you in that also. And you can see that section A of the exam focused on a range of issues from across the syllabus. Basically, A, C, and D. I have given the bifurcation of the chapter-wise, and also the issues will vary depending on the business context. In section B, these questions are mostly likely to assess the range of different subject areas from the main syllabus section heading. However, they will require evaluation and synthesis of information contained within a scenario. Although one subject area is likely to be emphasized in section B, you should not assume that questions will be solely coming from a single subject area. That is for basically section A and section B also. But for section B, it is for sure that one question will come from section E. So you have to have understanding of the whole syllabus. You don't know from where it is coming. Basically, section E, it could come from anywhere.
Okay, so let me confirm on this. Like, if we are saying the first question is usually, are we confirming that the first question will be coming only from the section A, C, and D, or it is the usual
Basically,
part
but
that?
major, it is most probably that
Okay.
it will come from section E, C, and D, but it could come in any question could come.
Okay,
For
and
like section B, it is for sure that section E question will come. But
okay,
for section A, they could test you like any point.
okay, for section B, it is
Yeah.
mandatory B and sorry,
A.
from section E
All our
part.
questions are mandatory. You're not going to get any optional question.
Okay.
All of them are mandatory. Like for one question you'll get off 50 marks and another two will get off 25 marks. Now I would like it will be of like help if you could share the screen. I'll guide you like how the questions come. Now you have the basic idea like how the paper pattern is.
The one with the test which I had opened, that one.
Yeah, the CB
Okay.
platform.
Okay, I'll share. Take a minute. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. Should I start with the next?
Yes. You're going to read the requirements if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Just go through it once. You'll get the idea. Your exam will be for like 3 hours, 15 minutes.
Okay. And this
And
includes
there is
that
no
10 minutes, right?
specified time for reading. You can utilize it in any way. Like 15 minutes, what I used to do for I kept it for reading and planning, like how I'm going to proceed, like whether I'll attempt section A first or section B first. And in that
Okay.
also which question I'm going to attempt. So that I will guide you like how to do that in a fast way because time management is what's important in this Yeah, how are you going to perform in those 3 hours, 15 minutes? That is very important. So I will guide you in respect of that.
Okay. Should I go with the next?
Yeah. If you have read, then you can proceed with the next page.
Yeah. Ajay, do you want me to stay or I?
No, please proceed.
Next. This scratch pad is something like they provide you a separate notebox where you can do your working.
Okay. Should I go next?
Yes, you can. Once you like in the end, I'll show you. Once you click on the end examiner, your exam will like while attempting your exam that you don't click at the exam.
Okay. So these instruction will be anyway given by the time of exams as well, or just right
These
now?
instructions will be same, like you're going to get the same instruction.
Okay.
So
Every
if you're
time
going
we are
to,
giving the exam.
yeah, you're going to get same instruction. If you're going to go to through it well right now, then that time you're not going to waste your time on these. So
Yeah.
basically, the Excel is there. Like we use Excel, so you can highlight, you can move, you can copy, you can paste. All that thing is there.
Okay.
Yeah. Like what is this like in this format, PDF format, in which questions are given now? So we can copy and paste it on the like the exam into the writing interface which we get the notepad, and we can
Okay.
highlight it also like some points which are very important which we need to refer while reading the question, that we find that if this particular point is important, so we can highlight it. So that utility is also there.
Okay. Okay.
That I will guide you.
Okay.
Yeah. And right now I'm just giving you a brief, just like how it is all about. Yeah.
Yeah. Should I
Yes.
go with yes?
Yes. Next. You can see this, if this question is 50 marks, this is section A. Now
Okay.
you're going to get the basic information of the question over here. Like for example, the company information, the background, objective, and business model of Maddy Restaurant. Then it is the performance reporting. Like for you can see that one is company information, and accordingly the exhibit is also there in one. So you're going to get the company information in the exhibit one, then
Okay.
performance reporting in the exhibit two, then minimum
Okay.
performance level in exhibit three, transfer pricing proposal in exhibit 4, and appendix, which is basically the current performance report which is providing, it is in appendix 5.
Okay.
So after like simultaneously while we are solving question, we'll see the exhibits also. You can see one or two exhibits for your reference. You can just click on that right
Which
now.
one should I start
Any
with?
of these you can click just for the knowledge purpose. You can, by holding on, you can increase the size also. Yeah. Then scroll up in this exhibit only.
Over here only?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So what you can do is just bring the exhibit a little below. I'll tell you something.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is okay?
Yeah. For example, just hold on. Maddie is a fast food chain which operates restaurant in several locations. Just select that part. Then go to the highlight part.
This one?
Yeah, it
Okay.
is highlighted. So this will help in
Mm.
solving of the question wherever we're going to find the some important relevant points while going through it, we can highlight it simultaneously.
Okay.
So this is the
Okay.
benefit of this platform.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can come at the requirement part. You can open several exhibits at the same time. So
Okay.
basically what the question demand is, you need to write the report to the board of MADI to respond to its instruction for work on the following areas. First is
Okay.
performance reporting. Performance reporting is the most essential part of Section 8. They basically ask this only. Performance reporting is like what it is. I'll just give you a brief about it.
Mm-hmm.
Performance report is, to this report, the top tier management, what they see is whether the organization is performing as they want it to perform or not. So as they have the vision and mission of the organization, they basically form conclusion based on that. So the key points which are required for performance reports are the missions and the subsidiary aims of the different levels of the organization, the audience for which it is being prepared, like the information and layout according to that audience, and the type of information which is required in the performance report, whether it is financial or non-financial, and the general layout. Because giving too much of information is also it becomes cluttered. So you need to be precise and concise with your information, what are you delivering to the required management, and should be
Is there
properly
any
integrated.
word limits as well that do we need
No,
to
there is no
specify?
word limit, but you need to manage your time. If you're going to give too much of information, though you have knowledge, so it will kill your time unnecessarily. So you can't
Okay.
attempt your other questions. So you have to manage your time accordingly. See, for as 100 marks is there, okay, and you have tentatively around 180 minutes, 15 minutes you keep going to keep aside for planning and all. So in 180 minutes, you're going to see that you're getting per mark 1.8 mark, 1.8 minutes per mark you're getting. So you need to identify accordingly. Like for like 50 marks question, how much time you're going to devote. So you
Okay.
need to manage this. Like while we are doing the questions, we're going to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that we are attempting the questions during that phase of time. Once the syllabus is completed, I'll make you practice these questions. So you don't waste your time while
Sure.
attempting the exam. Yeah. So in
Oh,
this, the three parts are there, and different marks are allotted to the different part, like performance reporting, minimum performance level, and transfer pricing reports. What you can see in the last line is, this is the basic thing. Professional marks will be awarded for the demonstration of skill in communication, analysis, evaluation, skepticism, and commercial acumen. See, 10 marks are these. I want to say, like, if you're having these skills, then these are the 3 marks you're going to get. If you're going to
mhm.
provide the right answer, identify what the examiner demands. So if you're going to give the proper answer, you're going to get this, like this. These are very, I would say, these are very easy marks to get gain.
Mhm.
So I'll guide you in this further. So
Okay.
and you can proceed to section B, like how it is. You'll get an idea.
One more quick question, that every time they going to provide with this headings as well, that we are going to ask questions or requirement based on these exhibits only. Like
Uh,
suppose they are
yeah,
specifically
based on these
mentioning about.
exhibits. Yeah. Based on these exhibits only, the requirements are there. So in
Okay.
these exhibits only, you have the answer.
Okay,
Okay.
so they will be
Yeah.
every time. So if suppose they are mentioning about the company information, so they are gonna mention over here company information, and we have to refer accordingly, right?
Yeah, you're going to refer accordingly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
You need
Okay.
to identify like how these like how exhibit number 4 is connected to exhibit number 1. So while
Okay.
reading only, you have to I'll while drafting the answer, I'll tell you like how to do it in the word processor. That will help you like saving your time. For example, if it is exhibit 4 is connected to exhibit number 1, then which point is
Mhm.
connected? While reading the question only, you will type in the word processor, just copy and paste it so that you don't waste your time while writing the answer. That I will teach you like how to go about in
Okay.
this platform. Yeah.
Okay.
You can proceed to. Is it clear to everyone else,
Yes.
or anyone
Yeah,
wants to ask any question? Yes.
I'm
Ajay, you want
good.
to ask anything?
I'm good.
Okay. You can proceed to section B. So section B is containing 2 questions, 25 marks each. So see, what is that, you should indicate which requirement each of your response relate to so that it's clear for markers. To all notes and workings that you want to mark to see in the responses. And remember, any notes or working made on the scratch mark will not be marked because they don't see the scratch pad. It is like the rough note we get. So we are not allowed to keep any paper also while attempting the exam.
Okay.
So it is a sort of a, you can say that it's the rough note in the scratch pad.
Okay.
Next. This you can see the scratch pad over here beside calculator.
Okay.
Yeah. Here you
Got
can do your rough work if you want.
Okay.
Similarly, you can see the information and the corresponding exhibit
Mhm.
and the requirements. Here you can see the spreadsheet as well. So
Yeah.
here it requires the calculation also. In this spreadsheet, you will be required to run the calculation too. In the word processor, all the theoretical answer will be there, and in the spreadsheet, you can click on this.
Okay.
In this, and you can click on the appendix 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So here the details are given. Accordingly, you are going to solve it in the spreadsheet.
Okay. Got it. Then go with next.
And requirements, can you please click on the requirements one?
Okay.
So you can see that in the last line, professional marks will be awarded for the demonstrations of skills in analysis and evaluation. There are 4 skills, so they're going to provide the skills also. I'll guide you for the skills also in the next PPT section. So 5
Okay.
marks are allotted for the professional skills.
Okay.
Yeah. And then next question. Same thing is there. Accordingly, the requirement will be there, the company information and the exhibit. Then you can click on next.
Which one?
In the, I'm actually your below screen is not visible to me. So what's there written?
Mhm. Sorry, can you repeat?
Click on next.
Click on next.
Next, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here
Okay.
you will get the details like what you have attempted or not, the question wise,
Mm-hmm.
and then the end exam might be coming. Since your screen is not fully visible to me, so I can't see below.
Okay.
End exam is coming, yeah. So I want you want to end the exam, then you're going to say yes.
Okay. So just a question, I'll go with the exam practice again, right? If I want
Yeah,
to.
yeah, you can go. You can go. You can go several times.
Okay, okay. Okay.
These are
I
only
just
for
want to
practice
know, ma'am.
purpose.
Hello.
Yeah.
I just want to know, what will be the breakup of numerical questions and subjective questions?
Yeah. Sorry, Gaurav, your voice is not clear.
Yeah, yeah. So now it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is fine, but it is low. So could you speak
Okay.
a little higher? Yeah.
Okay. So what will be the breakdown uh, between the numerical questions and subjective questions?
There is no basically breakdown.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't even provide also, sometimes they provide. See, like in section A, in all the 3 questions, in only 1 question, numerical part was there, and that too very minor is there. You don't have to do a big calculations. Basically, APM is all about your they ask you about how you're going to add. See, if in APM you need to understand that it is about the you need to understand the examination scenario and think like it is your client. In APM, you're basically acting like a consultant. Are
Okay.
you getting me? Yeah. In this subject, see, if what happens is if you're acting like a consultant, then you need to understand the exam scenario and then you think like it is the exam is like a client and you're going to provide solution to the organization. So you don't have to do a lot of calculations and all. You just need to understand like what the question demands, and accordingly you answer. While being a consultant, you're not going to do a various calculations and all. These are very minor parts. So sometimes they ask and they don't even ask also. So there is no bifurcation for that.
Okay, got it. Thanks. So, and we need to think like a management consultant.
Yeah, you're going to think like a management consultant.
Okay.
You're going to think like your question is your client, and being a consultant, you are having the knowledge and experience of diversity you are having in that. So you're going to respond accordingly to the questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So any other question anyone wants to know?
Nothing from my side.
Same, I'm good as well.
Okay, thank you. Now my screen is visible. I'm on the PPT section.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, these four professional skills which I was talking about while reviewing the exam paper, these skills are required. First is communication. Communication is the way you write and report and present the report in the manner like the headings, the subheadings, the jargons you are using, the professional language you're using. So basically, communication is that. So the first point is that you need to inform concisely, objectively, and unambiguously, adopting a suitable style and format using appropriate technology. And you need to clarify and simplify the complex issues to convey relevant information that adopts an appropriate tone and easily understood. What this is very important. Whatever you are writing and communicating to the examiner, that examiner should readily understand what you're trying to convey. So that is very important. What the question is demanding and how you're framing your answer, communicating your answer, that is very important while drafting. And second is the analysis and evaluation. To drill down and find the facts, you need to form conclusion and demonstrate. You need to demonstrate the analytical skills as well. See, evaluation is a built-in feature of a consultant. So they both look at the positive side as well as the negative side while seeing the relevant information or data or facts. You need to identify what is the positive in this and what is the negative in that. So you need to provide a conclusion based on that. And or for suppose two or more reports are there, so you need to analyze it and say like what is the difference, if any variance is there, why is it there, or when you're reading question, you should be constantly thinking like what the question demands and what I need to provide. So basically it investigates the relevant information from a range of sources using appropriate analytical techniques to establish reasons and causes of issues, which will help in decision making and identify opportunities for solutions. You need to consider information, evidence, and findings carefully. That is very important. Based on these only, you are going to able to uh, uh, understand the division and the wider organizational goals. And third is the skepticism. See, having questioning mind and attitude is very important. So you're not going to believe on every fact or statement that has been provided to you by the, like if you're working in an organization as a consultant, you can't rely on that. You need to have a questioning attitude. So you need to raise questions to the board of directors or the department heads you want to, wherever you are communicating, you need to raise question, ask for evidences. Why is it so? Or you need to ask what is the backing of this information, or they could, because it could happen that they could be manipulating or hiding any some relevant information. So skepticism is very important. So this skill you need to have while attempting a question also. Then you need to explore the underlying reasons for the organization plans, issues, and decisions, and you need to have an inquiring mind and question opinions, assertions, and assumptions by seeking justification and obtaining sufficient evidence for the support. You need to challenge and critically assess the information presented or decisions made, whether this is clearly justified in professional, ethical, organizational, or public interest. The fourth skill which you need to have is the commercial acumen. Understanding the business nature is a different thing. And then only you will going to analyze and recommend suggestions based on and practical and achievable, which is practical and achievable for your client. So, all according to the business needs and situations, you need to demonstrate awareness of organizational and external factors which will affect the measurement and management of organization, strategic objectives, and operational activities. You need to recognize the key issues which are determining how to address or solve problems and use judgment in proposing and recommending commercially viable solutions. In section A, I would say that all the four skills will be tested, whether it is communication, analysis and evaluation, skepticism, or commercial activism. But in section B, this communication is not tested because in communication is basically tested in your performance reporting. So section A, it comprises of performance reporting. So your communication skills will be tested, but in the section B, this will not be tested. So I will teach you in this, like how to go about and how to give these 20 marks apart from 80 technical marks. And hopefully you understand this. And if you have any questions, you can ask.
Yeah, it's clear.
Clear.
Okay. Now, what is actually the performance management? Basic understanding we need to have that. It is presumably obvious that organization will want to improve their performance. Performance, it is the successful execution of a task or a performance. So, however, it is not at all obvious like how good performance should be, like for how it should be defined for an organization. It will differ from the organization to organization and departments also within those organizations. So it will vary even within a single organization as well. So, for example, if I'm going to say, it involves typically effectively overseeing an organization to achieve those objectives, and which includes setting clear objectives, planning strategies for goal attainment, establishing targets and assessing performance against them, motivating and managing staff, streamlining business processes to eliminate non-value added activities and prioritize customer satisfaction, addressing and managing organizational risk. So basically, if a profit-seeking or commercial organization is there, so their signs of good performance would be rising share price, increasing profits, or dividends and EPS. So that will be the measure of a profit-seeking organization. Whereas if I'm taking a non-profit seeking organization, for example, some charities, they're working or NPO. So they could be like, for example, if it's a hospital, so number of patients helped or number of patients cured or number of people vaccinated, that could be the measure of performance, like how much they are achieving. For example, for a school, the results of the school. And similarly, the examples of performance management framework are the performance pyramid and the balance scorecard, which I'm going to explain to you in the later slides. And secondly comes the performance measurement. It involves the performance, assessing the performance of an individual, group of individual, division, department of an organization or the entire organization. Once desirable performance have been defined, like what it is, then the next step is to manage is that the individual cost centers, divisions, and subsidiaries which are working towards achieving those behaviors and targets. So for the three steps which are required for the performance measurement are you need to design ways in which measures the performance desired behaviors and achievements. And secondly, you need to measure them and you need to provide the suitable feedback. These can be measured in a large company in many ways. The basic measure is the key performance indicators, which are there, which could be different indicators for the different organization. So the basic purpose is to enhance the organizational and the employee performance for the performance measurement by doing so. And as Drucker said, that what gets measured gets done. It underscores that areas subject to measurement are more likely to receive attention and improvement. So then you can identify where there is the weakness in the organization that needs to be worked upon so that it could be improved, which will ultimately help in achieving the missions and vision and goals of the organization. So because if it is not measured, then it could be neglected. So setting objective is a prerequisite for performance measurement. Since the traditional management accountant, what their role was different. Basically, they were involved in the setting of the budgets and financials. Now they are more into their role. They have become a hybrid accountant. Their role has become different from the previous. Traditionally, the focus of management accountant was limited, who were responsible for financial controlling. But in today's environment, the focus is more strategic because now they have become part of the strategic thing. Business support. The focus now is not just limited to the number specialist, but more of a generalist. So, according to the Burns and Stephens, role of management accountant has changed over the number of years, and today accountant has become a hybrid accountant. So, according to this study, there are reasons for such a change, which are as follows. There are basically three reasons. First is technology, second is management structure, and third is competition. Technology, in traditionally, the management accountant was one of the few people who had access to the IT system to prepare the financial reports. But now, due to sophisticated IT system data, input and report generation can be made from other organizational users as well, which was traditionally done by the management accountant. So now the management accountant has become another user of the system, producing reports, data inputted by the other departments. Now the second point comes the management structure. Due to where there are various hierarchy in an organization, the focus now has shifted to operational management, who now are expected to have knowledge of budgeting, cost control, even they are not finance specialists. They are expected to be accountable for their own budget, responsible for cost control. They also forecast based on local knowledge with the performance indicator to give statement of performance in relation to their area. The role of management accountants now as a second reporter to the senior management. As I've told you, they have become part of the strategic level, who they can link these financial reports with the strategic consequences. Third point is the competition. Due to high competition, the focus has now shifted from financial accounting to the commercial orientation, which required management accountant to have a more strategic focus and consider both financial and non-financial information. Also, the focus now shifted from short-term profit to long-term earning capacity of the company. Basically, the what we have understood is the role of management accountants has evolved over the years. So now as the management accountant will be involved in the strategic planning process. So it is being suggested by John and shows that there are basically three stages in strategic planning model. First is strategic analysis, then is strategic choice, and third is the strategic implementation. Strategic analysis, it involves the thorough analysis of the external opportunities and threats and internal strengths and weaknesses, which we'll be doing in the SWOT analysis. Stakeholder values, the power and interest, and identification of gap between the desire and the expected performance. Strategic choice, it is the center of the strategy formulation. This involves identifying strategies for growth, in which market and products to invest, organic growth, or to the acquisition. So the strategic choice basically includes the generation of options, evaluation of options, and selection of options which are available. And third and the final is the strategic implementation. After analysis and choice, you need to implement, which involves the implementation of the detailed plans and budget and establishing key performance indicator, which are then used to monitor the actual performance against the budgeted and the planned figures. So we need to identify the critical success factor and the key performance indicator. Critical success factor is these factors which are the which benefit the organization from the other organization, like which are the advantages points which the organization have, the basic success factor which they comprise of, and the relevant key performance indicator against this have these have the significant importance in the strategic planning process. So the strategic planning and process. So we're going to, as I planned that this would be my first introduction lecture of the APM subject. So we're going to do this from tomorrow onwards.
Ma'am, what is CSF?
These are the critical success factors, the factors which are important for the success of the organization. And different organizations have different success factors. So these are the basically which is the competitive edge which the organization have against other organizations, which is the most advantageous things. What are the success factors upon which they can rely upon? Accordingly, the performance indicators are also established based upon that. So you need to identify whether whether we are achieving our goals or not.
Sure. Thanks.
Yeah. So basically, external analysis involves the consideration of the development and the what are the circumstances outside the organization, and an internal analysis in the strategic analysis involves the consideration of the strength and weakness within the organization. So after analysis and the choice, there is implementation. So these are the basic three stages of strategic planning. So any other question you all have?
No.
I'm good.
So today was the introductory lecture about the subject. And from tomorrow onwards, we're going to start the syllabus.
Okay. And these will be done every weekend, right?
Yeah,
These
every
classes will
weekend
be
it will be
taken
done. Like
every week.
we'll be having around 3 hour classes. Yeah. And in between the week, don't have any doubts. And I'll be conducting the test also on regular basis so that you can have the proper understanding of the chapters which we are going through. And after completing the subject, my target is that we're going to do lots of mock tests and these questions which I showed you on the CBE platform. Because after doing that, only you're going to have the confidence for attempting the exam.
May I know the target till when the subject will be completed, if it's
What
okay?
I have targeted is like by mid of November, we're going to complete it. So
Okay.
you'll have
And
sufficient time for your self-practice and self-study.
okay. And we can then give accordingly between the 2 to 6 is the date for the exam, right? In December.
Sorry,
So we can give the exam between 2 to 6. That's the date, I guess, for the December attempt.
yeah, when I attempted, it was usually APM used to fall around 10. So now I have to see like when is the date for the APM exam.
Is there any fixed dates? Because when I was actually registering, or maybe when I was finding the dates, there was actually written 2 to 6 is the dates. Like similarly,
Okay,
what was there in the September?
okay. No, I'll just confirm at the site like what is the date. So I'll make sure you get sufficient time for your revision. I'll make sure for that. I'll try to complete. If I need to take extra classes, I will take during the week.
Okay. For during
You
the
all will be
weeks,
available in the morning?
no. So for my office timings are actually till 7:30 minimum. So that's what I wanted to confirm. If there will be any weekday classes, what will be the timing for those? Or in case if we are not able to attend, it will get the recordings as soon as possible, like instantly, so that I can refer it in the
Yeah,
if I'm
yeah,
not
you will
able to
get the
attend it.
recording. You will get the recording if
Mm.
suppose you're not able to attend, and
Mm.
I'll coordinate on this thing if extra classes are required. I'll make sure that everyone is able to attend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep that timings.
Okay, okay.
And ma'am, when we are saying mid-November, so that is the date including the mock test and everything, right?
No, mock test you will have after the words.
Oh,
Like
okay.
if practice mock test we'll be doing like this, like a proper mock test if we're going to have like before the exam, that will be after like completing of the proper syllabus.
Okay. Perfect.
You will have time for revision, then I'll conduct the
Mhm.
mock test because then only you're going to have the confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before doing the mock test simply by giving in the name of giving mock test, that is not fine. You should have the proper understanding and
Yeah.
confidence. Then only then it will become a cake for you. For the exam will become a cakewalk. I'm sure for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And further, if you have any questions, you can ask me.
Okay. For any doubts and all, we can use the WhatsApp chat itself and we can
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
any
sure.
questions on
You
that.
can contact me anytime. Yes.
Okay, okay.
I'll respond you as soon as I'll be able to see. I'll respond.
Sure. No problem.
Okay. Then meet you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.